It's Monday, which means it's time for another quick take. I trust you had a good Easter. Look at what it's done to my hair. Ridiculous. Now, in last week's Bitclout film, my original plan was to get Jess Sloss from SeedClub, which is a social token incubator, to answer some of the questions I had about Bitclout and to give his opinion on the roll hack. Now, I wasn't able to include that in the film, and I'm kind of glad in a way because Jess is someone whose voice and opinions I respect immensely. He's a very reasonable, rational person when it comes to social tokens and the dangers of them. So I decided to give him today's quick take as a forum to express what was originally going to be in the film. And the first question I asked him was really about that roll hack and whether there was any lasting damage to the tokens and the communities involved.
There was, without a doubt, lasting damage to the roll hack. There was about $5 million that was drained from a bunch of the liquidity pools. So people who had put up liquidity lost their money. But I think what's most interesting is to see how resilient the communities were and how much they bounced back. So I think ultimately somebody watching from the sidelines should really take away from the roll hack that these communities are resilient, that a token, people aren't just there for the token price, they're there because they believe in something, and that there was a bunch of avenues available to these projects to get back on their feet. So there is without a doubt financial loss, but I think anybody who's watching closely would see this as a really bullish thing for the social token space, as projects like Friends with Benefits and Whale and a bunch of the smaller projects have really got back on their feet and have a renewed sense of purpose and focus.
Sorry to jump in and interrupt you here, but you know what? We don't actually rely on our Bitclout token to fund the channel here. We do it the old-fashioned way with sponsors, and the sponsor for our quick takes is Oasis.protocol. So thanks to them for helping out, and here's a quick word on who they are and what they're about. Oasis is one of the leading privacy-enabled Layer 1 blockchains for DeFi. Founded by Dawn Song, an award-winning professor from Berkeley with backers such as Andreessen Horowitz, Axel, Binance Labs, and more. Oasis already has several projects building on its network and partners such as the CryptoSafe Alliance with Binance, Chainlink, Balancer, Meta, and others. If you are interested in building a DeFi app, join the Oasis Hackathon, which is running until April the 16th. They recently launched a new smart contract environment with full EVM and Solidity toolchain support and gas fees that are 99% lower than Ethereum. If you have a bigger project in mind, Oasis also runs a large grants program with over $1.5 million in Rose tokens available for funding DeFi apps. Visit their website, oasis.protocol.org, to learn more. Thanks again, and now back to Jess.
Bitclout is a challenging one for me. I see social tokens and creator coins as being empowering things for artists and creators. And the way they came to market with this product really sort of snubbed their noses at those people who create culture and value within these networks. So I think for me, the idea of giving ownership and value to the people who are creating value in creator communities and platforms is important. I think there's a possibility where Bitclout can do that in a really value additive way. I work with creators on a regular basis who really want the benefits of a social token, but really hate the idea of having their art and creativity and community priced and traded on an open market. So like the speculative asset angle is the least interesting part. What they really want is tools to create more economic value that they and their communities can capture. So I think it's too early to say what the result of Bitclout will be. Generally pretty bullish on any innovation that's pushing forward the social token space. Our focus at SeedClub is to be creator centric. So we want to be pushing forward technologies and ideas that really put the creator at the center of the value creation and capture in these networks. And I think the jury's still out on Bitclout. I think the best version of Bitclout would be one that really focuses on creating utility for creators and their communities. And a big part of that, I think, is being composable with the broader open web ecosystem. I think we're going to see so much innovation happening across Ethereum and Polkadot and all these other chains that it's going to be tough for bespoke blockchain ecosystems to really keep up. So while I think there's a bunch of simple utility that can be added into Bitclout, so the idea of holding a certain number of coins to be able to access unique content, I am concerned about the long-term possibilities there. So I think that the best version of Bitclout is one where it's open and accessible and composable, where people have the easy option of opting out or opting in. where the vast majority of the network value gets returned to the people who are creating that value, not just investors or the early founding team. So there's so much mystery around Bitclout that I think that all these questions are open right now and uncertain. But I hope that I think something like this is going to exist, and I hope that when it does get full traction, that it really is a supportive thing for the creator ecosystem and not one that just siphons off more of a middleman-like platform.
So one last word on Jess. He's actually part of the Forefront team, and if you were in possession of one of the tokens that was hacked in the roll hack, such as Whale or Friends with Benefits, then you might be eligible for a FF token, which is the Forefront token airdrop. And all you have to do is head on over to the website, which will be linked in the description below. But this is not a monetary token, it's a governance token, but at least it will give you something that gives you some kind of say in something else. We don't know what that will be yet. But the Forefront team is really big in advocating for social token communities. And if you're into that stuff and you want to be part of something wholesome that doesn't involve you necessarily putting money into something that you can't get out again, then definitely check it out, because you never know, you might be eligible. But that's it for now. Do get subscribed to the YouTube channel for more videos as and when they drop. We've got a Telegram channel, which will be linked below. And for all other news, head on over to the Defiant.io. I will see you on the next one. See ya!